I feel like I've been too quiet regarding my testimony. Although I did discuss it online, maybe twice, I never went into full detail about how everything happened. And when the word says there is no shame or condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus, that's what it means. The word is true. And I want to share what happened to me, but also show any person that may have gone through something similar or is actively going through something similar. When I tell this testimony, I feel like it would help them out, because regardless of everything that has happened, the Lord has shown himself faithful. He has shown himself as my father. He is with me every step of the way, even in the healing process, even in the deliverance process, because some of this stuff is deep. Some of the stuff that has happened to me is traumatic. But I will say that the enemy wants you to think that you're not free. But you have to rebuke and come against every lie of the enemy, because I know I'm free. And the enemy has been trying to plant these thoughts in my head, and even going back to my past. But I'm sitting right here telling you, like, I feel like something has shifted over the past few days. But I will not be silent. I will speak. I will be bold. I will sit here with my head lifted high, knowing who I am in Christ. And as I tell this testimony, I know that it will help someone, because there are so many women and even little girls that have been taken advantage of. And I want to speak about these things because as a little girl, or even as a teenager, like, I really didn't realize what I was in. And I'm going to go into a little more detail about how everything happened. So I hope this doesn't get banned. So I'll try to use different terms, because I don't want them to take this video down. But so basically, I was in a relationship with a 30-year-old married man beginning at age 15. This man was in the church that I grew up in. He was married and he had 5 kids. And I remember seeing him around even when I was like 9 or 10 years old. And as a teenager, even as a 9, 10-year-old, like, I suffered from rejection. I suffered from like insecurity, being insecure. I genuinely needed love, and I was looking for it in all the wrong places. And whatever man gave me attention, I accepted it, because I'm like, okay, nobody's paying me any attention. So I said, okay, this guy's paying me attention. This is nice. This feels good. And so basically, this married man, he was active in the church. He played the drums. He drove the church van, the whole nine. And everyone trusted him. He was very charming, charismatic, and he would even come to some family functions. Like, everybody trusted him. And he began to pursue me when I was 15. And what happened? I began to basically just look to him for attention. I wanted him to pay attention to me. So he ended up like calling me every day and asking me what I'm doing, who am I with, who am I around. And at first I just thought like, oh, this is nice. Like, someone actually cares about me, And ultimately, this was the seeds that were being planted in my life. And he would call me. Eventually, he would ask me to basically sneak out and go outside to meet him. And by this time, it's like maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm telling him like, no, like, I cannot go outside. I don't want my family asking me where I'm going. I'm going to get in trouble. So no, I cannot come outside to meet you. And then I'm also thinking like, how is this guy talking to me so much if, he's married, he has kids and all that stuff. Like, how does he have time? So like, this whole thing was deception, and just very like it was just a lot of sneaky stuff going on. So he kept asking me to come outside, come outside. He would ask me almost like every week, until eventually I came outside. I snuck out and I let him outside. because he had knocked on my window. He kept pressuring me to come outside, come outside. And eventually I said, okay. So I went outside and he started hugging me. Then he started like kind of like groping me and stuff like that. And he pulled me and he said, let's go. And I'm like, where are we going? And he never said we were going. I just basically followed him as he pulled me. And I'm just in my head, I'm like, where are we going? Like, my family's going to be looking for me. And we ended up going like way across the street. And he drove trucks for a living. So he parked his truck like across the street, like hidden, like in the cut. You couldn't really see it. So we get in the truck and I'm like, what are we doing in here, you know? And he basically just started undressing me and, you know, ended up doing the do. And while it was happening, I'm like, what is this? My mom started calling, my grandma started calling, his wife is calling him. The phones are just going off the hook. And after he finishes, because like that night, like I had never done that stuff before. And after everything ended, I'm like, what just happened? Like what was that? And he's looking at me like he had this like this smirk on his face, like, you know, kind of like a what do you think kind of look. It was just, and after everything, I got dressed, went back home. My family's asking me, where have you been? Where have you been? And I'm like, nowhere. I just kept telling them nowhere. I never told them who I was with. I never told them anything. And I just kept saying no, nowhere, nowhere. So the married man, he basically got comfortable and he kept telling me to sneak out and meet him. I feel